Hey, I think by now you all know how much of a Junji Ito fan I am. Well, guess what? Junji Ito's new book, Remina, is finally being released in English. I'm so excited to read more Junji Ito, but there's just one problem. Today I went and checked all the bookstores in my area. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. They didn't have it anywhere. I don't know why. This is unacceptable, of course. Who knows when they're gonna have it in? It could be days, weeks. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really wanted to read it today. This sucks. It's like the only way I'm gonna read this book today is if I were to do something crazy. Like if I were to, I don't know, pack a bag and get on a plane and fly all the way to freaking Missouri or something. Okay, it's Wednesday, my dudes. Actually, no, it's Monday. I'm headed towards the mall. I came all this way from Boston. My goal is to find the new Remina book. It just came out, and I'm so excited. I came all this way for it. I did not have any other plans here. I came here solely for the purpose of buying Remina. I've never filmed outside like this before, so it's super weird. Right now, there's not really people around. I'm cutting through an apartment complex. When I get to a more populated area, you'll probably just be seeing a lot of feet vlogs. Okay, that's it. I'm excited. Let's get going. So, my plan for the day consisted of 3 different stores that sold manga. All the stores were roughly in the same area, which was great because it was literally freezing and I didn't have a vehicle. However, walking wasn't all that bad. I accidentally went the wrong way, but it was so worth it because I found this crazy nice trail that led me straight to where I needed to go, and I'm very easily entertained. Bro, that's so cool! Dude, I just found this trail. It's just a trail, there's no cars or anything. And there's this nice brook here. That's so cool, what the frick? The trail was really nice to walk through, but when you're filming alone on a secluded forest trail, the last thing you want to see is another human. Someone's coming. Dude, that lady's talking on the phone on her AirPods. I totally thought she was talking to me. I was so confused. You know, walking through nature really makes you stop and think. But the only thing I was thinking about was how I was about to score this sick new Junji Ito manga. And just like a Junji Ito manga, things started to get weird. Dude, this bridge is shaky. I do not trust it. I started to get this feeling, almost like I was being watched. I doubt it had any importance. It was probably just some squirrels or something. But that's when I found the weird Halloween pumpkins. At this point, Halloween was like 2 months ago, so I wasn't really sure what all these pumpkins were doing out in the middle of the woods. It's probably nothing though, right? Huh? But I managed to make it out of the forest and back to civilization. The first place I went to visit was a shop called Haha Anime. I'd never been there before, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. And as it turns out, nobody was laughing at Haha Anime. In fact, nobody was even there. The place was empty. Bro, what? Haha Anime was a bust, but perhaps I would have better luck at my next stop, which was at the mall. Specifically at a store called V-Stock. Now, I had been to this V-Stock before. This is actually where I bought my very first volume of manga just a few years ago. But when I went inside, everything had moved and I couldn't find the manga anywhere. I was sure that they sold manga here, so in a desperate attempt to find it, I went down some super sketchy staircase, and wouldn't you know it, boom. There it was, in the store's video game section, obviously. V-Stock's selection was actually pretty good. They had a great variety, but if I'm being honest, the prices were pretty steep. I checked the entire area, but unfortunately I couldn't find a Remina anywhere. I did, however, see a bunch of stuff that I did want. Blue Period, for instance, I've been hearing great things about. And I didn't even realize that Rent-A-Girlfriend Volume 4 was out. But in the end, I decided not to get anything, mostly because of the steep prices. So this wasn't part of my plan, but right next to V-Stock was a store called Slackers. I went inside to check, and surprisingly, they did have a very small manga section. They didn't have a lot, and they definitely didn't have Remina, but they did have a few out-of-print things. I was very surprised to see a single volume of 20th Century Boys, but then, even more to my surprise, they had an out-of-print volume that I'd been searching for such a long time. They had Rakia Volume 5. And the best part is, it was only $12. Remember when I said this in my manga collection video? And then we've got RAIAN volumes 1 to 4. It's severely out of print. I can't find volume 5 anywhere for a good price. Everyone wants to charge me like over $100 for it. And I'm like, heck nah, I'm not paying $100 for one volume of manga. I think that's stupid. My collection of RAIAN might never be finished. Yeah, so that's freaking sick, and you can bet your bucket I went and bought that right away. And as I was leaving the mall, you'll never guess what I found. That's right, freaking haha anime. But I didn't film inside because I was being stared down by an employee the entire time I was in there. That's okay, their manga selection kind of sucked anyways. I guess I looked out of place or something, I don't know. Barnes & Noble was my last stop of the day. If anyone was gonna have Remina, they would for sure. I didn't come all this way for nothing. I'd come so far, I wasn't about to let anything get in my way. Oh my gosh, somebody's sitting in my way. I didn't want it to have to come to this. Let me tell you, they're about to hear from me. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, you're good. Barnes & Noble's manga selection was great. And let's be real, it usually is. I easily could have stood there looking through their manga selection for hours. But I had to remind myself I was there on a mission. So I checked the R section for Remina, and I even checked the H section in case it was called Hellstar Remina. But I wasn't having any luck. There was a small Junji Ito section that I checked, but no matter where I looked, I just couldn't find Remina anywhere. I did see a bunch of stuff that I was interested in though. They had Ping Pong, which I hear is an amazing sports manga. I even got a good look at the Blade of the Immortal Deluxe Edition, but things weren't looking too good for me. I swear, this manga is impossible to find. I forgot to film it, but as a last-ditch attempt to find this manga, I went and asked the store clerk if they could help me find it, and that's when they broke the bad news to me.
No luck. It comes out tomorrow, what?
Yeah. It wasn't even out yet.
Yeah, so they didn't have it. Go figures. It comes out tomorrow. Why didn't I look this up? I should have looked this up, seriously. Hellstar Remina is a bust. Barnes & Noble, you've let me down. Why couldn't you have it out early? All right, well, I'm heading back to Boston then.
Hey, yeah, so here I am, I'm back in Boston. I didn't end up getting Remina, which sucks. I'll probably just end up getting it on Right Stuff or something. But the trip wasn't a total loss. For one, I had a cool adventure. Also, I managed to get this video out of it, so I guess you can kind of see that as a plus. But I also managed to get RAIAN Volume 5, which honestly, I'm kind of more stoked about this than I would have been about Remina. My RAIAN collection is finally complete. Maybe I'll review it or something, I don't know. The art in it is great. It might be something worth talking about. But yeah, as far as Remina, I'll probably order on Right Stuff. I think they're out of stock by now though, so I guess it's my own fault. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. A lot of work went into this video behind the scenes, and it's not what I would usually post. It's pretty different from my other videos. So if you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like. It helps me out and lets me know that you guys want to see more like this. I've got more cool video ideas planned out, so go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification button to know when I upload. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I'm Ryan, and bye.